We're inviting you to join us for an evening of Tabernacle worship. You would remember the Psalms of David. I'll enter his gates with thanksgiving in my heart. I'll enter his courts with praise. And the first thing you would have come to was the altar of sacrifice. You notice that the grate is in the center. God doesn't just deal with sin on the surface. He deals with it as a matter of our heart. And all the instruments would have been there, bronze covering the wood. Behind that would have been the laver. When a priest was set aside for service, he didn't get in it and leave his dirt there. Water was taken from it, and he was washed and set aside. And then he would come into a place called the Holy Place, which had three pieces of furniture. On this side would have been the table of showbread with the instruments there, with a rail around it. On this side it would have been the candlesticks, and then in the center, the altar of incense. And as the incense would burn, that would permeate this heavy, thick curtain. This is the curtain that would have been torn the afternoon when Jesus died. And that was the entrance into the Holy of Holies. This is the holy place. But the high priest, once a year, would enter into the Holy of Holies. And he would do so on behalf of all of Israel. He would be taking a sacrifice with him. And when he came in, he would sprinkle it on the mercy seat, which was the lid of the Ark of the Covenant. He would sprinkle it here and on the ground. And all of Israel looked with hope towards the promise that God had indeed forgiven their sins for a year. And that was the symbol that the high priest would come out alive again. And so we want to invite you on the 30th, Friday evening, to an evening of tabernacle worship as we walk through the steps of the Messiah and see him come out again with the promise of our forgiveness.